Morris Leon from GBC Live. Today we have Rukmini Yu, founder and director of Finwex. Finwex is a company is about giving some consultancy services to blockchain companies. So you want to go through the brief introduction of Rukmini. He himself is going to introduce himself. He's going to talk about his background. Rukmini, thank you so much for being with us.
Okay, well, thank you, and thank you, Mas.
Thanks
for inviting me to join this excellent interview. And my name is Rukmini Yu, Y-O-U, Y-O-U. Me, I'm you. So, I started Finwex in almost 1 year ago, and started very small blockchain event we call the Finwise event.
Finwise.
Yes, but now Finwex is a big company, something big startup company. We have
it's like a unicorn.
Unicorn.
Hope you get unicorn.
Yeah, we will be unicorn. Absolutely. Yes, thank you. Finwex is committed to become the leading blockchain company over the world in the future. And awesome. We already have some business scope like top summit, blockchain summit, we call it Finwise. And also we have blockchain consulting services and training and labs, something, labs. And so anything blockchain world we can provide. Yeah, and I'm from HSBC, worked for HSBC and start Standard Chartered Bank for around 30 years. And so
30 years?
Yeah, wow. 30 years. In the China headquarters in Shanghai.
Oh, really?
Yes, used to work in retail banking and SME banking department.
So you're kind of from a kind of industry that they don't like blockchain that much? Anyway.
Used to. Used to. Yes. Many years ago we know Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Banking guys, especially in China, they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't.
Yes, but now the world changed. Yeah. Everyone have to change.
Yeah.
So I take myself all in, including my team, my crew. There are some people from HSBC and even Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. Nice. Our whole team is banking guys. So
all banking guys are getting into blockchain. Good news, breaking news.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So tell us about Finwex Lab. So you said you have Finwex Lab, you have events, and then you have training. Mm-hmm. So let's go through Finwex Lab. So what is Finwex Lab?
Okay. Finwex Labs basically is provide three kind of services. We call consulting to make the blockchain company from 0 to 100.
Nice.
Yes, and including marketing services, technical service, and consulting legal service. Something in blockchain because they have to upon some regulation issue, so they have to set up all the structure overseas.
Nice.
And at the same time. But this is not the most challenging thing. The most challenging thing is how they can use the blockchain, apply the blockchain technology to fulfill the real world economy, to make it, to improve the performance. So we call the landing. This is a big problem. So we have to do some effort on this. So we cooperate with WePlus. Yes,
right.
They do a lot of favor. They are our investors. And
so you're based in WePlus, yes?
Yeah, we stay in WePlus.
WePlus and some other spaces. Cool.
Yes.
So Finwex Lab that you have. So this is about the lab part. So what about the training part? What is it, the training part?
Okay, well, because we are basically a China company. So we have some trainings, especially for the society. For example, I have last month I deliver training program course, free training course to in Fudan MBA training course.
Nice.
So we teach them what is blockchain technology, what happened now, and
what will happen
in the future.
Predict.
Yes, and tomorrow I will deliver another course in Shanghai, Caijing Daxue, Shanghai Cai Financial University.
Nice.
Yes, also we provide some training with HSBC.
HSBC.
Yes, the management team and UPS China in last week. Some company in China, in Shanghai, especially in Shanghai.
Nice.
We spread the knowledge what is blockchain and trigger their some aspiration them to make some connect with blockchain technology to help them to improve their business.
So beautiful. So you do training and you're helping people to understand and to have a kind of enough knowledge what blockchain is and how they can get into this kind of technology, which is having its craziness since 2 years ago in China. So another thing that you mentioned was events. What do you do based on event stuff?
Okay, well, we already have the
FinWise, yes?
FinWise Summit.
Yeah, FinWise Summit. Cool.
Yes, and it is already the largest event, blockchain event in vertical area in Asia. I can say we are number 2 of such event.
Nice.
And number 1 is Consensus by CoinDesk in New York City. Yeah,
I know them.
Yeah, we're chasing them. But FinWise, we launched FinWise 1 year ago.
1 year
ago. And next month we have Hong Kong FinWise event, which is the 4th time we made FinWise.
Yeah. Perfect. So, like, FinWise is only just having an organizing event in Hong Kong and China, or you have planned to organize events in some other cities?
We've already organized FinWise in Shanghai, Macau, Tokyo, and Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Yeah, and basically it is organized not in China, it's international events. So we are going to launch FinWise later this year in Europe, in London, and Dubai, in Middle East, and even maybe the end of this year or early next year we are organizing event in United States.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why China? Can you let us, our viewer knows that why China is the hottest place for blockchain? Why? What is the reason? Why India is not? Why, I don't know, other countries are not as hot as China? Why China is the hottest place for that?
Okay, well, because China, the innovation situation of China is...
I mean, the trend of innovation here is crazy, and based on that, is consequently that it's affecting that.
Yes. Yes.
It's not because of Chinese people that they really love the concept. It's not because of that.
Well, they also love the concept,
Yeah.
but I think the engine of behind of everything is because the Chinese wealthy grows very fast and driven by the innovations. And China is very creative. Chinese guy is very creative. They want to invest money, invest myself. So we are very excited about the new technology. So we.
So based on that, let's go through some roles of some elements in that ecosystem. What is the role of government in this trend of blockchain? We know the government is supporting innovation and technology stuff these years.
Yes.
But what about blockchain? We heard that the government is really eager to really help blockchain companies.
Yes. Chinese government is the most most strong supportive for blockchain event to me, in my view, because it's a new technology, and you can see a lot of space. They provide free space, and they provide guidance. And even China have research groups in CBRC and the central bank. There's a lot of team. They invest a lot on this.
Which city is the craziest city in blockchain?
Okay.
Right. Which cities or which city?
Cities. I like to say cities.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe 1 year ago, there's only Beijing, Shanghai, and currently there's several cities very aggressive for blockchain. So they including Hangzhou and Hainan province, and Shenzhen, Shanghai, and Chengdu.
Which city is at the top?
Top, I think there's only 2 cities we can say Beijing is the top, and the second is Hangzhou.
Why not Shanghai?
Because Shanghai.
Shanghai, it should be Shanghai.
That is quite interesting. Everyone talking about because Shanghai currently we can say Shanghai government did not support the blockchain
Yeah.
so strong than Hangzhou, right? But
Uh-huh.
but Shanghai is already a big financial center in Asia. I can say in Asia.
Yeah.
So the strategy of Shanghai is to become the financial center, and the blockchain is currently still very small in the whole system. So, but Hangzhou is tier 2 city, right? So it's different. They want to invest
They're
more.
much more open a bit.
Yeah, they have much more space to develop.
Okay.
So
they're much more eager and they're much more
hungry. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So as you're coming from banking industry, so
Mm-hmm.
banking area, well, the people are kind of not having that much good feeling about blockchain and stuff. What do you think about that? Are they going to merge our banking systems in future? They're going to accept this craziness happening, like crypto stocks and so on? What do you think about that?
Okay.
You're coming from this industry. You know
Yes.
the perspective. I mean, as long
Yeah.
as you've been there like 30
Okay.
years, yeah?
Yes.
In that industry.
Yeah, I think it depends on because it's trend, and I stay in bank for many years, so I'm the same as my team, and we leave the bank because we have to leave the bank. Why? Because the whole financial system, including bank, they are agency business, right? Agency business, because people do not trust each other. People do not know each other. So we have to have a middleman. I give money to them, you lend money from them, right? This is
Guarantee another.
guaranteeing something.
Yeah, one party has to guarantee two other parties.
Yeah, they need a third party.
Third party
so the
always
banking is third party. They are agency and they make money from there. It's make a huge
between,
money,
yeah.
right? But it wastes a lot of money for the whole ecosystem. Right. So
this is really heavy. Oh.
Okay. So
Okay.
so I say this is just. I'm not specifically talk about banking. I talk about the financial system.
Yeah,
right.
finance.
So, but internet. You remind blockchain is one part of based on the internet technology.
Yeah.
So the internet itself, we can create a condition that we can skip some third party. It's already happened in many industries, like we know O2O companies, right? And a lot of industry already happened. They don't need a central agency. Some even very simple example is like newspaper. We don't need newspaper, right?
Yeah.
We can read from the screen directly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So this is trend. So it will happen sooner or later.
Right.
But for the banking, when in a banking, I started a very banking sales staff, and then in my time, when you enter a bank, you can find counter people, sales people. Counter people, what they do, they are checking with the notes, paper, right? So, but today, how many counter? In my time, there's more than 4 counter for each sub-branch.
Yeah.
But today, there's only 1 counter. Even in China's bank, they reduce all the counter. No need service, no need you to use, because in China, they use WeChat. It's very popular. Alipay is very popular.
Well, there are 2 competitors, and one of them is supporting us.
Yeah.
We are talking about both of them.
Anyway. Yes. So it's time, and it happened very soon. And the banking business is reduced for such agency service, reduced very soon, so fast. So, and in maybe 5 years ago to 6 years ago, I noticed that. So I think sooner or later it will happen in banking system. But I can say blockchain something will replace bank. It no, but it will, at least some part of banking service will be transferred to some technology based on blockchain.
Nice.
Yes,
nice.
We don't need third party to do this.
So nice point about that. So let's go through the marketing perspective of blockchain. So how it is the marketing? If a company, like international company, wants to come to China, how they have to do their marketing in China? Can they give? I think in your papers you have some talk about KOLs. How is it? I mean, as like marketing, like they're talking about KOLs and so on.
Okay, so because I stay in blockchain industry around less than 3 years. It won't be too long. But to blockchain, as already we got a lot of time. So I know almost all the KOL in blockchain world in China. So but for the foreign investor, foreign project, or some top projects, they do have very strong technology, right? But they don't have good space industry to apply their technology. Yes, especially you like Carrefour in France and Walmart in the United States. They say they are already very big. Each town they have big Walmart. But in China they don't have. Tier 3, Tier 4 city. It's not easy or convenient to find the goods, right? But so that brings opportunity for some B2C business like Alibaba, like Taobao. They have a lot of opportunity here to offering service to the Tier 3, Tier 6, so they can skip the Walmart such business model. So in China, we are a very big company. Both time we have very advanced some company, big cities, super mega cities, but we also have very small cities, a lot, thousands of cities in China. So, but they do have some needs to improve their life, improve their ecosystem. But blockchain is one of the internet technology can bring the technology apply in this area. So we can help them to find the market.
Nice.
Yes, find the Chinese market, can help them to apply their technology.
Nice. So you help them in terms of getting familiar with the market, with the market needs, and selling their technology based on Chinese market.
Yes.
Chinese market's needs and so on, which is really good. What about in terms of like in blockchain area? It seems that KOLs are important. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, those important people that in this area. As you remember earlier, we were talking about like marketing side. You said that people are much more important than the company's name here. What is this story about in terms of marketing?
Well, in my opinion, this is because we just talk about the marketing technical things, right? Because for brand awareness, you have to in China because so many competitions, so many projects there, so you have to pay a lot to get people understand you, to know you.
Definitely.
This is basically brand awareness is the fundamental thing. Then people have brand consideration. But if you have not chance to get people know you, know your brand name, you don't have any opportunity. So, but in China, because we grow so fast, so a lot of some people is raised very quickly. Like we call it KOL. They do against a lot of wealthy from the past blockchain projects. So people admire them, people know them, and this is the fact, right? So, but the problem is blockchain technology is very, very professional and complicated. So normally, when some investors, some people watch out to go through the white paper, seldom people can understand the whole picture. So people have to find something to help them to understand this. So in the past 2 years, a lot of KOL arise. But I think this is very unhealthy things in the whole market. So FinWex company, we also have another scope. We have consulting service. Remember, we are going to push the FinWex ratings to get the market easy understand the whole thing. Understand, differentiate the risks and the technology level. Something we get all the information, and we get a professional team. Hired a team from Fitch Ratings in China, so they do this, and we are going to publish a white paper in September this year.
Nice.
And,
Perfect, beautiful. So, well, as we are running out of our time, we ask our guests if they have any message for entrepreneurs. As you're an entrepreneur, you came out from corporate world to be an entrepreneur. So what is your message for every single entrepreneur in the world? There are many viewers that are watching us.
Okay.
Yeah, so they want to hear your message
Okay.
about entrepreneurship and about entrepreneurs. What is your message to entrepreneurs?
Okay, my message for all especially for blockchain, I prefer to do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Do the
right thing because we set up some company, and my job is to make it more than life for more than 100 years or 200 years. I think it brings things. I think you see money, everyone got money, right?
Yeah.
It's not hard to get money in this world, this time. So we have to do the right thing and bring the value and create the value to the society to improve this ecosystem, and especially for China and entrepreneur.
Awesome. Recording you, founder and director of FinWaves, thank you so much for being here.